All right, here we go. Happy Wednesday, October, whatever day it is. We're gonna do a quick little movement warm up, just because I don't want you going quickly, but I just want to loosen up those joints and muscles and get the heart rate going. And then we're gonna do exertion, right movement with our obliques to start the workout, just a quickie. And then we have shoulders, biceps, quad, circuit one. Later on, we'll do shoulders, triceps, and glutes. Anyhow, let's get to work. Just a quick warm-up loop. I didn't say go quickly. 10 regular squats. You guys have done this just a bunch. Now we talk about the movement going down. Hips, 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 hips. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Eyes. I want to make sure you guys get tall. Hips, glutes, posture, get low, and then get tall. Let's work on getting back up today. It's called blocking. When you don't complete the motion, you block the hips and the glutes and the quads and the hammies, the joints moving. So when you don't complete a rep or a motion, it's called blocking. Let's get tall today. 10 standing scissors. Let's lengthen all those things we just squatted with and that we sit on during our work days, or you guys sit on during your work days. I don't sit down very much. I should show you a nice pretty gym. A little reorg happened yesterday. 10 standing scissors. You're gonna breathe for a second. 10 wide squats. Remember, if you can maintain motion, it's known as a flexibility squat. Your hips, your glutes, your hamstrings, a little more flexibility in that squat. 10 wide squats. Hips, booty, eyes, thighs. Again, let's get tall today. Standing runners. When you get done, don't knee yourself in the nose. Let's work on that big motion. Elbows to knees, not knees to nose. Let's complete our motions today. And why am I talking about it? I've been seeing a lot of almost completed motions lately. I want to complete the motion. 10 narrow squats. Hips, 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 hips. Glutes, glutes, glutes. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Get down, get dirty, get funky, and then get tall. Get all the way up there. Especially if you did those zesty squats the other day. I allowed them, right? I wanted you to do something different on your exertion, but most people didn't complete the motion on zesty squats because you're trying to go quickly. And I validate that. 10 narrow squats, and then you have your 10 Jack LaLannes. Big, slow, consistent, sexy, amazing. And I want you to think about stretching on your Jack LaLannes. And he said it many, many, many years ago. You gotta get up. If you can get up, you'll consistently and effectively go back down. Be able to go back down. Now, that's a pretty brief warm-up for a 6 a.m. workout, but when I talk about the exertion you're going to do next, I want you to be mindful that we're still warming up. If you have a cardio tool, you can ask the boys here at the gym, you would be doing 1 minute cardio, then a right oblique, and then a 1 minute cardio, and then a left oblique, and then a 1 minute cardio. So if you want to do that, cool. If not, you're going to do 50 exertions. But let's be mindful, we are still warming up. 50 exertions, high knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks, split jumps. Remember, I don't mind some of those zesty squats. Move for 50, and then we're going to do a right oblique for 25. If you have a cardio tool, do something for a minute, and then we're going to do right oblique 25. I want to wake your body up. Your oblique, you can stand on your obliques if you want to. You can go on the ground if you want to. Double lateral leg lifts. Right side is up. Right side down. Hip dips if you want that. Or you can lay on your back, knees to your left, right side crunch. 50 exertion, or you have the 1 minute cardio, and then you're going to do 25 right obliques. Then you'll do 50 exertion again, or 1 minute cardio, and then 25 left obliques, and then 50 exertion, or 1 minute cardio, and then you're on the end of circuit. We're going to do this 3 times today throughout the workout. You don't have to stand and do obliques if you don't want to. However, most people do choose that so they don't have to get up and down. And if you ever want to get a band and tie it against something, let me know. I can show you rotational obliques, but you do want a nice, good, sturdy band and a nice, good, sturdy base. After your 25 right obliques, do 50 exertion again, or 1 minute cardio if you have that tool. 3 times 50 exertion or 1 minute cardios with a right side oblique and a left side oblique. You are still warming up. I don't need the craziest exertion in the world. I'm looking for you to move your body. You can go up and down the stairs for a minute. Walk. You could take big steps. You could take little steps. You could run your stairs. You could run around the house for a second. So we're going to move your body. Again, you got your squats, regular, wide, narrow. I don't want to do them a lot, but I did add that to your exertion mixture. Pulsating squats, split jumps, bench taps, lateral bench hops, high knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks. Exert for 50, and then you'll do your left oblique 25. Remember, if you have a cardio tool, 1 minute is 60 seconds, and 50 exertions normally is, maybe hovers around that 50-second mark. Depends on what you're doing. Right hand, left oblique if you're standing. Left side up, double lateral leg lifts if you want to go down. Left side down, hip dips if you're on the ground. Laying on your back, knees to your right for your left side crunch. Good morning, everybody. Let's get to work today. The other day we had chest exertion, chest abs for a circuit. We then had that right leg moving, I don't want to say circuit, exercise. Then you had your back exertion, back abs, with the left leg moving. And for those of you that had time, we finished with shoulders and exertion and abs just to finish off the day. But the noon class didn't have time. It was kind of weird how the timing of it all went away. Last 50 exertion or 1 minute cardio. If you're running on your butt kicks or high knees, it's revolutions. If you're walking on your butt kicks or high knees, it's reps. Everything else is reps except for taps. High, challenging, slower reps. Lower, quicker. I don't want to say easier, but that'd be the revolutions. Anything small and quick is revolutions. Anything bigger and more challenging is reps. 50. We will do this 3 times today. 1 now, 1 after your first main circuit, and 1 after your second main circuit. As you finish off your exertion, I'm going to start talking about the circuit. It's going to sound very similar, however, a little different. Your shoulder press, 30 reps round 1. Your quads, 50 reps, 50 reps round 1. Your biceps will be 30 reps round 1. And then we have our 50 scissors. So, round 1, you can sit tall, you can stand tall, but I want your body tall. I've been talking about that quite a bit lately. 30 shoulder presses. After your 30 shoulder presses, you're going to do 50 quads. You can do stationary forward lunges. You can do narrow squats. Or you can sit on something for your iso quads that we did earlier last week. Do I want things light? No, I don't want things light. Do I want you to do this round? Yes, I want you to do this round. 30 shoulder presses, 50 quads. I don't want things fast. I want you to slow it down and think about the muscle group we're trying to use. Stationary forward lunges turns on your quads more. Narrow squats turn on your quads more. Iso quads, sitting on something, turns on your quads. If you have ankle weights, you can put ankle weights on and do iso quads. I'm going to start with the iso quad so you see them, but then I'll transition to the stationary forward lunge and narrow squat so you see those too. Round one, like usual, slower, heavier, challenging, learn what to do, let's get it done. 30 shoulder press. Again, if you have ankle weights, cool. If you have a light dumbbell, hold it between your feet. Again, that's if you chose iso quads, or you could do stationary forward lunges or narrow squats. 50 quads, not exertion, which means we need to slow it down and think about the muscles. The benefit of iso quads is that you're going to have an isometric core exercise, and you're going to shorten your body, you're going to shorten your quads, you're in a certain position, and you're going to get good quad activation. I didn't say the most. You're going to get good quad activation. And Brian, you can leave your ankle weights on this circuit if you want to, because you don't need to worry about anything else. Well, the scissors might be harder, but you're a stud. Now, it would be nice if you have a little bit of load. Stationary forward lunges would probably be a little more quads, but it can also be more knees. Narrow squats would probably be the happy medium between the load and the knees and the quads, because you'll still get little hamstrings and glutes. So feel free to mix it up. 50 quads. Stationary forward lunge, narrow squat, iso quads. And Rob just did his 50. He has a quad machine to play on. Little campfire over there on the quad machine. 50 quads. When you get done, not saying you should be done, but you're probably getting close. 50 quads. Then you're going to do 30 biceps. You can do any biceps you want. Hammer curl with a twist, open wide. You've got 30 biceps. And then you'll do 50 scissors. Take your time. We have a 3-round circuit of shoulders, quads, biceps, abs. Between the circuits, we're going to do the exertion, cardio, obliques. On your biceps, you can do any of them. Hammer curl is a neutral position, not necessarily narrow. Hammer curl with a twist is that hammer start and you twist into it. Open wide is a weaker position. You're going to work the long head of your bicep. You can do dumbbells, cables, bars. You could hold one thing and do biceps. You would probably be stuck on your hand position. You've got TRX biceps. And again, Monday you did a chest pulling, then you did exertion, and then a chest pushing, and then abs. Today you have the shoulders pushing, quads, bicep pulling, abs. After your 30 biceps, please slow down if you are finding yourself waiting for me. You can stretch for a second. You've got 50 scissors. Brian's gonna keep his ankle weights on and tell us how he feels when he gets done. 50 scissors. You won't do it again today. Long, heavy, round one. I want you to maintain the load today, even though the reps feel high. I mean, they are high, but I don't want light reps. I want heavy reps. Round 1 and 2, should really kickstart your body. 50 scissors. And a lot of you guys know me. When I give higher reps, we maintain that weight, and I use the word increments. To get to your 30 or 50, I don't mind if you do a quick little shake off. If I said do 13 and 7 and 10, you'd be like, why? I want you to maintain load. I want you to struggle. Strength, endurance. You're gonna build muscle. You're gonna burn fat. You're gonna feel strong. Scissors. You won't do scissors again today. The shoulder press reps go down, the quad reps go down, the bicep reps go down. The abs are always 50, but I'm going to change them. After your 50 scissors, you're going to be on your 20 shoulder press, which is less. 30 quads, which is less. 20 biceps is less, and 50 runners is different. You can sit tall or stand tall on your shoulder press. Either way, I want you that nice, good, tall posture. Please either increase the weight from your 50, or please try to maintain your weight from the 50. Again, round one, you had your 30 shoulder press. You're now on 20. Round one, you had your 50 quads. You're going to be on 30. Round one was 30 biceps. You'll be on 20. Round one was 50 scissors. Round two is 50 runners. Those are heavy dumbbells. Brian, you should drive here to the gym in the mornings. We can do this together with some nice heavy dumbbells. I'm gonna get a pump in the morning. 20 shoulders, 30 quads. If you want to do iso quads, awesome. I would love it. If you want to do stationary forward lunges, awesome. Narrow squats, awesome. 30 quads is round two. If you have ankle weights on, please leave them on. That way you don't take them on and off a million times. I'm not too worried about the ab combos you're going to do this circuit. Again, stationary forward lunges. You step, load, and push. Your quads turn on a lot more than a different lunge. Narrow squats. Again, more of your mobility exercise, but your quads turn on more than your hamstrings. Both exercises, you're going to get some hamstrings and glutes. Iso quads is an isometric core position. It's a body position, and then you bend and straighten your legs. Key component is straightening your legs. Round two, 20 shoulder press. 30 quads, 20 biceps, 50 runners. A shake off or two, right? If you have enough weight and or you slow it down, 20 reps, not too far away from what we did last round of 30 reps. First two rounds, lots of reps. But if you break them down a little bit based on failure and burn and weight adjustments, the word increments comes into play. 20 biceps, you could do 13, shake it off and do 7. That way you're maintaining load. After your 20 biceps, you're on 50 runners. Slow those runners down. Runners are elbows to knees. Scissors were hands to toes. You can start from the down and contract and move, or you can start from the up, hold that contraction and lengthen. Both are good. Nice, good motion. Notice I don't talk about form very much. Everybody has a different motion per se, and that's why I'm talking about completing the motions. And I talk a lot about the mechanics of it, right? Hips are moving a lot on your squats and your lunges, and your hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, on your abs, right? Starting from the down, you're gonna cross over, contract. If you're starting from the up, you're gonna contract and lengthen and breathe. Elbows to knees, not with your arms, with your body. And that's on runners. Again, everybody has a little different exact motion, but the mechanics of the motion are all the same. After your 50 runners, when you get there, don't go any faster. I want heavy. 10 shoulder press, 10 quads, 10 biceps, 50 swimmers. When you get there, 10 shoulder press, 10 quads, 10 biceps, 50 swimmers. If you're not there yet, you know you've got plenty of time. I'll give you that exertion oblique circuit coming up after this circuit. We'll have it start to the next circuit that I'll talk about. Ten shoulder press, 10 quads, 10 biceps, 50 swimmers. Again, this should have a very similar rhythm to what we did the other day. The other day we had the exertion in our circuits, a little bit of legs in between. Today you've got the legs in your circuits, exertion obliques in between. Again, never lift faster. I don't want you to quote unquote try to catch up if you're behind. Do your workout. Round 3, 10 shoulders, 10 quads, 10 biceps, 50 swimmers. Not sure how that fell over, but maybe we had a little earthquake. When you get to your swimmers, you can lay on your stomach, you can be on your hands and knees, mobility of hips and spine, activation of muscles around your hips and spine, upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes. There are benefits to both. One of them, mechanics, balance, motion, but you have to reach. If you don't complete the motion, it didn't work. Laying on your stomach, you're supported. You might lose a little bit of motion, but you potentially have more contraction. Both are good. Mix them up if you want to on your 50 swimmers. Upper back, middle back, lower back, glutes, balance, coordination, load, contraction. I want you guys to do your workout. Don't do somebody else's. You have the shoulder presses, 30, 20, 10. You have the biceps, 30, 20, 10. You have the quads, 50, 30, 10. You have the 50 scissors, 50 runners, 50 swimmers. Lot. When you get done, and I'm not saying you should be there, but I am looking for a level of intensity. You're gonna have that same oblique exertion you did earlier. You can do 1 minute cardio, you can do 50 exertions, you can mix in those zesty squats, you can go run some stairs, walk some stairs, big steps, all those wonderful things. 1 minute or 50 on your exertion with your 25 right oblique, 1 minute again, 25 left oblique, and then 1 minute the third time, just like earlier. So if you're a little ahead of the game, go kick some butt. If you're a little behind, do you. You'll eventually get there, I'm not worried. So when that circuit is over, when your 50 swimmers are done, I do want you to go at your own pace. I don't want you super far ahead because you're gonna wait for me at the end anyways. So make sure you do your motion right, slow and big. And if you're right where we're at, awesome, kick some buns. And if you're a little behind, do your workout. 50 exertion or 1 minute cardio like earlier. Remember, you could go walk up and down your stairs. You could go run up and down your stairs. You probably want to bring a timer or be able to listen to me. High knees, butt kicks, jumping jacks, split jumps, jump squats, pulsating squats. Like, so many things. You guys have been doing this for months. 50 exertion, 25 right obliques. Standing obliques, that weight would be in your left hand. Laying on the ground, right side up, double lateral leg lifts. Your right side is pulling your legs up. If you go right side down on your hip dips, your right side is pushing you up. If you lay on your back and knees to your left, your right side is pulling you up on the side crunch. You don't have to change them. I'm looking for your efficiency. I want some intensity. I want some focus. Our lifting circuit was meant to be slow and heavy. This is meant to move your body. So round one of the oblique exertion potentially happening. 50 exertion or 1 minute cardio with your right obliques. You got your 50 exertion or 1 minute cardio with your left obliques. And then your 50 exertion to finish your circuit. Running butt kicks, running high knees, revolutions. Count one leg, not both legs. High knees walking, butt kicks walking, reps, count each leg. Jumping jacks, walking jacks, count each motion. Taps is asterisk. If it's higher, harder, maybe a little slower, it's reps. If it's lower, little, quicker, revolutions. Jump squats, split jumps, those are all reps. Burpees are all reps. I know Sunshine's been doing a lot of burpees at home the last couple months. I do appreciate that, Sunshine. It's very sweet of you to offer up all those burpees. Again, whatever oblique you do on the right, please do it on the left. Standing obliques, opposite hand is the opposite oblique. Right hand, left oblique, left hand, right oblique. It's that load, that pull, that contraction. Double lateral leg lifts, your obliques are pulling your legs up. Hip dips, your obliques are pushing your body up. Side crunches, your obliques are pulling your body up. Do you. This is your pace, your exertion. If you magically get way ahead and you find yourself waiting, stretch for a second when you get there. If you feel like you're a little behind, don't worry about it. You know you're going to get through this thing. If you're right on the same spot, awesome. Work hard. You get it done. Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. A reminder, same circuit as earlier, and I would love to finish the workout with this circuit as well. 50 exertion or 1 minute cardio times 3. You got a right oblique and a left oblique. When you get to the next circuit, A, maintain load, increase load. I don't like to use the word do it right. Make sure it's big motion. Your shoulders pulling. We've talked about this 9 million times. I would like load. You've got upright rows. You've got all your shoulder raises. We've done both recently. Your shoulders pulling are 30, down by 10, like earlier. Your glutes, you're gonna have wide squats, stationary reverse lunges, or hip bridges. Those are your 50, 30, 10, like your quads. You know I'm here. Your triceps, 30, 20, 10, nice and heavy. 50 on your windshield wipers, your Russian twists, and your rotational planks. If you don't do rotational planks, you can mix in anything you've already done before. Did I say go fast? No. Did I say work hard? Yes. 30 on your shoulders, pulling between the two circuits. That's 120 shoulders. Monday was 120 chest and 120 back. You guys see the rhythm? Monday, we didn't do bis and tris. Today we have bis and tris. You have the 120 bis and tris. Some people on Monday and last Friday did the shoulders to finish their workout. Some people were not able to. And just to let you guys know, there's no more noon shift. I caught the noon crew up. So now the same workout happens all day long, just to let you guys know. If you ever show up at noon, I can always give you other things to do. Yep. 30 shoulders pulling. Whatever you can maintain or increase load with is what I want you to choose. 30 shoulders pulling. 50 glutes. I'm going to start with hip bridges. You can do stationary reverse lunges or you can do wide squats. Your hip bridges would potentially be the most glutes. Your stationary reverse lunges, potentially the heaviest glutes. And your wide squats is your flexibility glutes. So they are all a little different. The safest load potential will be stationary reverse lunges, but you do get hamstrings and quads. Wide squats, you do get hamstrings and quads. Your hip bridges, you could get some hamstrings. It's all about your position and possible weight. 50 glutes. Hip bridges are an option. Wide squats is an option. Stationary reverse lunges is an option. On hip bridges, you can have your hips weighted, you can have your feet elevated, but you have to do that motion. If you don't maintain motion, you won't get your glutes. Stationary reverse lunges, again, could potentially be the heaviest. You can work lots of good things. Wide squats, you have that flexibility component. Again, not trying to sell you anything, just giving you ideas and education behind it. Reminder, this circuit should be very similar to earlier. 30 shoulders pulling, 50 glutes, 30 triceps pushing. You could do overhead triceps, you could do dips, you could do kickbacks, you could do skull crushers. I want it heavy and I want some good motion. I'm very selfish. 30 triceps, and then you have 50 windshield wipers. Today we have all of our alternating abs. I know we did some big ones the other day. We did sit-up, reverse crunches, and supermans, and toe touches, and V-ups. I did mix up the workout a little bit between the groups. "30 triceps, 50 windshield wipers." As you might remember, this is the longer, harder, more challenging learn it round. And then the pace increases a little bit via reps and maybe your lack of rest. When you do get done with this circuit, which is not even close, you're gonna do one more exertion oblique. Then you'd have a happy trainer. Happy trainer, happy life. Wait, is that right? I get confused. Happy trainer, good workouts? Anybody want to finish the sentence there? After your 30 shoulder press, your 50 glutes, your 30 triceps, you're on 50 windshield wipers. And as you know, you won't do it again. If you despise windshield wipers, you could do sit-up scissors again, or you could just do your sit-ups or reverse crunches again. Or not today, but you can do them if you want to. You've got mobility of hips and spine, flexibility of the muscles around your hips and spine, activation of those muscles around your hips and spine. Windshield wipers is a core exercise, and it has more obliques than anything else. Of course, it does have some abs, but 50 windshield wipers, round 1. Remember, if you ever find yourself waiting, stretch for a second. If you find yourself far behind, don't panic. You know you're going to hear this stuff several times. Oh yes, focus on you, your workout, your Wednesday. Keep those meeting phone messages off. You'll be there soon. Round 1 was 30 shoulder press, 50 glutes, 30 triceps, 50 windshield wipers. When you get there, round 2 is 20 shoulder press, 30 on your glutes, 20 shoulders pulling, 30 on your glutes, 20 triceps pushing, and then you have your 50 Russian twists. If you're not there yet, you know you're going to hear it again. 20 shoulders pulling. The benefit of upright rows is the load and the angle when you're talking about shoulder muscles. If you don't have the load, I'm not saying it's a pointless exercise, but it is an exercise that does require some load. Your front raises, anterior deltoid, pec minor, some traps. Your lateral raises, middle deltoid, some traps. You've got your rear raises, rear deltoid, teres major, teres minor, your traps. So you can mix up your shoulders pulling, 20 shoulders pulling, 30 on your glutes, 20 triceps pushing, 50 Russian twists. Hip bridges, great exercise. A lot of glutes, a lot of core. If you could take it out of your hamstrings and your calves, even better. When your legs are relaxed and you do the hip bridge, you tend to use your glutes and core more. When your legs get tight, your hamstrings and calves want to help out. Great exercise. Mix it up as you need to. Stationary reverse lunges. You've got that step, the load. Whenever there's motion at your hips, your glutes are supposed to turn on. But you're gonna get some quads and hamstrings, and that's okay. Wide squats. You got the flexibility of those hips. Remember, your hip motion exercises, your glutes are turning on. Your outer hamstrings and your outer quads turn on more. But again, a great glute combo. Round 2, 20 shoulders pulling, 30 on your glutes, 20 triceps pushing, 50 Russian twists. You guys know you're almost done. You don't have to do that last exertion oblique circuit, but it sure would be cool. And that happens when this circuit is over. When you get to your Russian twist, not saying you should be there, okay? Weight would be optional. It's all about displacement of load. It's a core exercise. Yes, isometric ab position, core. Whether you're holding lightweight, heavyweight, no weight, slowly displace. Touching the ground is reps, not touching the ground is revolutions. We've talked about that in the past. I'm always a little lenient on it because it definitely can get people in trouble, especially if you're trying to go heavy. But if you're not going to go heavy and you do the little quick ones, I want revolutions. Big, huge motion, or stay in the position longer on your revolutions. Reminder, this round 2, 20 shoulder press, 30 on your glutes, 20 triceps pushing. I keep saying shoulder press. 20 shoulders pulling, 30 on your glutes, 20 tricep pushing, 50 Russian twists. When you get there, you're gonna be on your 10 shoulders pulling, your 10 glutes, your 10 triceps pushing, and your 50 rotational planks. Yes, I said 50 rotational planks. If you despise them, you can repeat what you've already done today. When that gets done, I would love the one more exertion oblique. If you don't have time, cool. If you just want to do the obliques, cool. We've done plenty of exertion. 7 consecutive workouts. The last 2 have been way more than the previous 5. So when you get to the last round, 10 shoulders pulling, 10 glutes, 10 triceps pushing, 50 rotational planks. Then I would love the one more exertion obliques if you have the time, if you have the energy. I promise no exertion on Friday. We'll go through some of our 2 movements, and I actually did have an error. We were supposed to do hips today and this workout on Friday, so we'll have our 2 movements with our hips on Friday. Last round. You're there somewhere. I know you're getting close. 10 shoulders pulling, 10 glutes, 10 triceps pushing, 50 rotational planks. Big workout. It was the opposite of Monday. I was meaning to do it on Friday and do our hip day today. However, I did not. And I do apologize. I know you guys were all looking forward to the hips today. When you get to your rotational planks, big, slow reps. It's not about getting out of the position quickly. It's about getting into the position slowly. Take your time. Again, if you despise it, you can mix in what you've already done today. When that is done, don't wait for me. I know we're out of time. You've got your brain. You'll have your 1 minute exertion or 50 exertion with your 25 right oblique, the 1 minute or 50 with your left oblique, and the 1 minute or 50 to finish. If you only have time for obliques, cool. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Again, if you despise rotational planks and or it doesn't feel good today, you can mix in sit-ups, reverse crunches, V-ups, or anything you've done already today. When you get done at that 50, don't wait. Go get that last exertion oblique. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Just say goodbye. I'll see you on Friday morning. If you ever want extra credit, let me know. I can text you things that you've done, whether it's been in a distant past or recent past, based on what I know you're going to do. So if you're bored on Tuesday, Thursday, or Saturday, Sunday, let me know. It's gonna get dark and cold and rainy outside, and I know you're gonna be bored, and I wanna be here for you. After those 50 rotational planks, if you have the time, 1 more cardio or exertion with your obliques. If you only have time for obliques, please do that. When you get done, say goodbye and have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday.